Yay!
We made it. Oh, I'm so ready for coffee. Let's do it.
OLMO. There's the automatic doors. We're in the jungle now.
Look at these little ones.
Oh, they're so cute. I want to have a garden.
OLMO has only been around for 3 months, but this nursery has been around for, I imagine, a long time.
We've been very MIA on YouTube for some time now, and not because we didn't want to, we've just been very busy doing business stuff in Lisbon. Locke's been super busy with his videography business, and I've kind of started a new thing doing my online coaching for my flexibility channel, which has taken up a lot of my time. But now that the season is slowing down a bit, we're getting back into filming our passion projects, which is for YouTube.
So we've decided to take the bike out and explore a little bit of the west coast today. We're taking the bike around Sintra all the way to a cool little beach called Praia da Ursa. But in between, we're just going to go to all of our coffee shops that we have pinned. It's getting a bit colder, so we got to rug up. What an experience.
Yeah. We got the full coffee experience. We have a Ethiopian batch brew and a Brazilian coffee for a flat white.
We have also chocolate brownie and a croissant.
Croissant.
What a cool space. How's it? Yummy? Yum.
Your self-employed friends on a Friday.
Yeah, literally. Oh, it's brownie. Compliments to the barista.
Use the force, Luke.
Oh, this looks sick.
What a gem. They really just spoiled the thing.
Cool.
So cool. We got given a different order, but it's actually really good.
It's something that we wouldn't usually order, but coconut milk and coffee, it actually works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From working in a barista in Australia, I used to try coconut milk with coffee because in Australia you have like 7 different milks you can choose. And I thought it was terrible. I thought it was like, I don't know, just the wrong vibe. We're not matcha people, so I was like, oh, I'll try it because maybe that's what we ordered. I don't know. But it's good. Sometimes just trust the universe, guys. Less grassy.
I like it.
This place is another new cafe and it's called Ulu, and it's inspired by Uluwatu in Bali, and it definitely has that vibe because it feels more like a tropical destination, but it's cool being tucked in like a residential area of Cascais in Portugal. But there's a lot of these specialty spots popping up literally all around Portugal, not just in the city centres. Obviously there's like a big now specialty scene, and it's cool to kind of combine the Portuguese coffee culture with like more of this, I don't know, like foreign influences and stuff, and you can tell that the locals are really enjoying it because this place is like buzzing. Vibes.
So after this, I think we might go to the beach and freeze our squiddies off. We arrived! Woo!
This is a pretty special place for us because when we first moved to Portugal, we were doing every Sunday, we'd try to do a trip to explore the area, like outside of Lisbon. And one of our first ones was catching, I think, 3 different buses to get out here. There's a big long track that you can do all the way down to the beach. Now living in Portugal for 2 years, we just got to 2 years, which is another huge milestone. But it feels so weird now that we're taking the bike out here and we're traveling like it's kind of more of a, I don't know, it kind of feels more like home, but you forget that places like this are literally only half an hour away from where you live, and it feels really special to kind of come back out here and be on those roads that we were on the bus, but now on the motorbike. Oh, it's just so cool. I don't know if you can enjoy the views.
So as Shen mentioned, we've approached 2 years living in Portugal. In this decision kind of phase, we're thinking what direction we want to go. We're excited for a big trip at the end of the year. We'll go away for about a month, trial out this whole digital nomad type of lifestyle that we want to create for ourselves, where we don't particularly have to be bound to one place. We can move around and still earn an income and, you know, do what we love, traveling and drinking good coffee, you know.
Because yeah, moving to the city has been a challenge for us because we're not from the city. Even though it's come with a lot of opportunities for our businesses, it's also been really hard though. The first year of living in Lisbon was really trying to find what we came here to do, and as cliche as it sounds, find ourselves, because there was a lot of challenges with income and with business and with living away from family and stuff. The second year we really found that groove and things started to really grow, I guess, but we had to really reinvent ourselves in the sense of how are we going to make money here, how are we actually going to survive here for 2 years, because it did get quite scary and we were looking at flights back home for a little bit of a retreat to safety again. But I'm so glad we pushed through, and especially with LACH's business, it's really grown in Lisbon, like with the clients we've gotten. But now we're like, where do we see ourselves? Can we keep growing from here? Do we really need to be tied down to one place? And do we want to keep living the European city life, or are we craving nature again?
Stay tuned to see what we actually do in the future. I'm not sure, but you know, once we know, we'll tell you and we'll ride the journey together. I was in my cage, now I'm out of my bed. I'm never gonna listen what the people say. Cheers to an adventurous day.
I know, we do usually quite a lot.
Yeah.
Feels like the world is a lot more quiet out here. I don't know if it's just because of the winter.
I think it's winter. Yeah, summer was popping.
So one food I could eat for the rest of my life, it would be Asian food. We had pad thai for dinner last night, didn't we? No, yesterday. We had satay noodles for lunch and then pad thai for dinner. And was like, wow, we really love noodles. And now, look at us.
If you've made it this far into the video, thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate all your support.
Apologise for being MIA from YouTube for a while, but obviously life has other things going on. But our YouTube videos are kind of like our passion project. We get really excited to make these videos because it's more for us to look back on and reflect. We're never trying to influence anyone or anything to do anything particular. It's more just for us to film what we're up to and just look back on it in the future and realize that, you know, keep exploring, keep creating things. Life's more than just outside of your work. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on our next trip.
Ciao for now.